The National Guard hit the ground in Washington last week. That city's crime fight went into overdrive. And now we're seeing the impact and the dramatic reductions in crime. When the Guard on the ground, crime is on the decline. For the first time in a long time, D.C. has gone 7 days without a homicide. And that's not all. Carjackings are down 83%. Robberies are down 46%. Car thefts down 21%. And overall violent crime is down 22%.
Did you notice that they said they went 7 days without a murder in D.C.? Carjackings are down 83%. Robberies are down 46%. There used to be an old saying in the old Baptist churches, whenever they would have people winning souls and people coming to Jesus, they would say, "Ain't nobody mad but the devil." Well, that's the phrase I want to use for the Democrats. Nobody's mad but the devil that the crime is down. People are not being robbed and carjacked. So that technically means that the Democrats and the Rhino Republicans who support them are upset because the crime is down. I'm not going to argue with a damn fool who are advocating that this is a bad thing.
But I'm going to interrupt you then. Here's the problem. We don't feel safe. You might be working closely with Mayor Adams. You may have spent a whole lot of money, but I walk into my pharmacy and everything is on lockdown because of shoplifters. I'm not going in the subway. People don't feel safe in this town. So you may have done these things, but right now we're not feeling good. We're worried we could be San Francisco.
Democrats are wrong on every freaking issue. They can't even agree because of their hate for Donald Trump in America. They can't even agree with this. You notice that there's a pattern with the Democrats, and you're wondering why the Democrats are at an all-time low. They've lost 2 million registered voters. I think the Republicans have gained about 2.4 million.
This is just a stunning analysis that the New York Times has out in the last couple of days. You've seen nationwide a drop in Democratic registration numbers. And in the battleground states, it's just as stark. Look at this. The share of registered Democrats down almost 4 points in Arizona just since 2020. Nevada, more than 8 points. North Carolina, Pennsylvania. All of these big battlegrounds have lost Democrats in large numbers, again, just this decade. So
in all 30 states that track party registration, we're putting on the screen the data. It shows altogether Democrats have lost 2.1 million voters. Republicans have gained 2.4 million. That's a deficit that you have of 4.5 million voters.
You're wrong on every damn thing. You're even destroying companies by being woke. Cracker Barrel is the latest. It was Bud Light. It was Target. Just keep it up. Late night shows, you destroyed that too. Comedian, football. They even got these sissies being cheerleaders now. But crime is down, and the Democrats seem to take a stand on stuff that's like a 90-10 issue or 80-20 issue because they don't care.
So President Trump has not even had control over Washington, D.C. for 30 days. And I have on my For You page video after video showing D.C., specifically Union Station, and how clean and safe it is. People don't understand how big of a deal it is, specifically for Union Station, because there is a bridge, whether it's the bypass, it's either 95, 395, or 495, where the homeless, as well as people who are abusing drugs, as well as the drug dealers, they just squat. It's clean. It's all gone.
They are of the devil. The residents are happy. The residents can see the decline of criminal behavior, but the Democrats are mad because technically they work for the devil. Now, I know this is hard for you to believe.
Democrats at this point are historically divided. It is a complete and utter mess. It is messier than a hoarder's basement. What are we talking about here? The national early poll leader, 25% plus. Normally that's where Democrats are. Biden was at 25% plus in 2020. Hillary Clinton was in 08 and 16. Gore was in 00 and 04. At this particular point, there is no one in the Democratic race for president who's polling at 25% plus. The water is quite warm. If you're a Democrat potentially thinking about running in 2028, jump right in, because at this point, there is no front runner.
That the party that your mama and your grandparents used to support is of the devil. They've been of the devil for a while now, but it's getting worse. Because in the past, Democrats wouldn't even be for crime. They're like pro-crime.
President Trump real asshole. Why he wanna deport all these Chineses and Mexicans and shit? If you deport us, where you gonna get your nails done, huh?
They're against the American flag, but they're pro-Palestinian flag or Ukrainian flag. They're pro-illegal immigrant, but they're anti-American citizens. They're pro-criminal, but they're anti-law-abiding citizens. It seems to me anything you can name that has something to do with being right, the Democrats is against it. This is a demonic behavior. This is of the devil. Now, I don't know if you people can ever get it right, because I don't really think there's no help for them. Personally, I think most of them are reprobate. But they are adamant about this. Gavin Newsom is even posting how some of these red states have high criminals. But he failed to point out that the red states that has high criminal activities, he forget to point out each city that he's talking about mainly is ran by a damn Democrat. But see, don't confuse the left with facts, because facts is not a part of this. Why would you be upset? Just say that DC crime was already down. Now we find out, before we even go there, that they've been cooking the books, pretending that crime was down. They've been lying about it.
A D.C. police commander is under investigation for allegedly making changes to crime statistics in his district. Tonight, the police department confirms Michael Pulliam was placed on paid administrative leave in mid-May, a move that came just a week after Pulliam filed an equal opportunity complaint against an assistant chief. And the police union accused the department of deliberately falsifying crime data.
What do you know? The Democrats lying again, because they're just like their father, the devil, who lies a lot. And to me personally, I don't see how any law-abiding citizens could possibly be still on that side. Now, what Donald Trump is doing is kind of brilliant if you think about it. He's taking away every issue that's about an 80-20 issue, and he's throwing it in the Democrats' face, knowing that they're going to go against him because they're suffering from a mental illness. TDS. I don't think it's curable at this point. When you get to a certain level of that lunatic behavior, they have to institutionalize you. And I think personally that most of the Democrats need to be institutionalized. Crime is down. Carjacking is down. Robberies are down. They said, damn it, this is a bad thing. They are actually coming out protesting against somebody fighting crime. They said this has been a dictatorship. If you talk to most of the residents, they're happy about it. But ain't nobody mad but the devil. Remember that phrase? Here's a prime example. The devil is in the details.